German Chancellor Angela Merkel has expressed her frustration at Europe's response to the refugee crisis.
It is incomprehensible to me that the European Union, with 500 million inhabitants, cannot take in 1 million Syrians, whereas a country with 5 million inhabitants like Lebanon is managing it. That does not give a good impression of our continent. We speak about our values every day, but we are not prepared to do our part. And Syria is not on the other side of the equator. It is very close to the European Union.
Merkel has stuck to her position, calling for a Europe-wide agreement on the distribution of refugees, despite growing calls for a cap on the number of refugees. The European Union is dogged by infighting, as members cannot reach an agreement on the issue. Out of 160,000 refugees due to be relocated under the bloc's quota systems, just a handful have been redistributed among member states. Less than 300 Syrians have been officially relocated under the scheme. Speaking at a gathering of her Christian Democratic Union party, Merkel said this was a disappointing outcome.
Many people are disappointed by Europe. And to be perfectly honest, so I am, although I continue to work optimistically. But I believe there is a need for greater understanding that all countries will face difficulties if we reintroduce border controls everywhere. All countries must have an interest in the protection of the outer border, because if we don't have that, then we are also in great danger in terms of security policy.
Merkel is coming under increasing pressure from her voters and from her own party to alter her open-door refugee policy. A recent poll showed 40% of Germans want her to resign over her handling of the refugee crisis. According to the United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR, more than 1 million refugees braved the seas to the sanctuary of Europe in 2015, with Germany being the main destination for refugees.